And I love classical music, but these new generations, they like forgot about it. They don't have experiences with classical music. They don't go to visit philharmonic orchestra and this kind of concerts. So I also feel that with this, what I'm doing, I can bring the violin to the younger people so that they will not forget that this instrument exists and it's good to play the violin. It's not something only serious and old-fashioned.
But it's so great to meet you here on Zoom, Isabelle.
The same with you. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you.
Yeah, I saw you on Instagram, and it's lovely what you're doing. I love your whole vibe and how you play the violin and your whole image around it. It's wonderful.
Thank you very much.
So tell me, where are you based?
I'm based in Czech Republic. I live in Czech Republic. I was born here, but my father's from Africa, Angola, so I have half African roots, which I try to push now also in my performances and in my music.
But amazing. And it's, well, in Africa, we would have been neighbors because I'm from South Africa and you're from Angola then, or half from Angola, yeah. But great that you talk about, pushing your African roots as well. And only recently I've been talking to many artists and we talked about this, the roots, where you come from, or, those types of things that almost, it's where everything started for you.
Yeah, I was listening recently some of your interviews with other artists, and it was really nice and inspiring to hear it. So
I'm so glad. I'm very glad to know that. But tell me, as you probably started playing violin at a young age.
Yeah, I started when I was 6 years old in a kindergarten, and I had the opportunity to have really good teacher who gave me this positive energy to the music my whole life, to do it for the future. So then yeah.
No, but that's great that you say that, because it's always, well, I say always, but mostly you hear musicians or artists talk about the teacher. There was always a teacher somewhere on their way where they that inspired them or that encouraged them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I talk only about that ones who really inspired me, and the key person was that one in kindergarten at my early age. And the other one was the last one at the university at my master degree. I studied in Slovakia, Bratislava, and I got really good teacher. We could talk also about family things and about all the issues. It was like a family relationship, not only the teacher and career, but he gave me a lot to my life.
But that's amazing, because as an artist, you are a whole person. It's not just the music, or it's not just the instrument. There's a great deal about you as a person around it.
Yeah, the older I am, the more I realize that music is really about emotions, and you can put really everything you feel into your creativity. It was always like that with me, but when you study at conservatory in this conservative world, you focus more on the skill and to the music scores. And then when I finished, I started more focusing on this emotional line.
course, every musician and every artist, you are your own person. So you have your own personality and you bring something different to the music.
Yeah, especially in Czech Republic. I'm still kind of exotic for some people because my appearance is not common in Czech Republic. There are still not so many people with African roots. So now it's good because I can use it in positive way, because now I do more popular music, so people remember me. So I do a lot of live performances, and it's important that they look at you and they are enjoying it and they remember you for the next time. But it wasn't always the positive the positive part of my life, because I used to play a lot in orchestras. I have rich experiences in theater orchestra, in philharmonic orchestra. But here in Czech Republic, still the classical music is kind of conservative world, and they have some kind of imagination how a classical musician should look alike, and I thought sometimes I don't fit in the box, or how to say it. So now popular music, I can use it also, this appearance, and I can use it in positive way.
But sometimes it's a good thing not to fit in the box because it makes you memorable.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But you've developed your own style.
Yeah, I'm doing it now because there are many ways how you can do popular or commercial music, but I'm trying to take and put the skills from classical music, my skill, what I experience in an orchestra and in my studies, and I try to put it with improvisation to this pop music and to my performances. And I experience that people can feel it. They can feel it, and sometimes they come after my performance and they tell me, wow, I wasn't really into violin, I wasn't really into classical music, but you showed me the way, I really like it. I never see this kind of style with violin, so people like it. It's something new here around.
And it is true, because also when I looked at your videos, I thought for me, it's so great, because it is true that, people associate the violin with an orchestra or with, like more conservative classical concerts, and you've just revamped it. You just made it look so hip and modern, and with your clothes, what you wear as well, everything. It's like the whole picture.
Yeah, I love the fashion, and I follow the trends, and it's the same with the music for me, because there are also young people, and I love classical music, but these new generations, they forgot about it. They don't have experiences with classical music. They don't go to visit philharmonic orchestra and this kind of concerts. So I also feel that with this, what I'm doing, I can bring the violin to the younger people, so that they will not forget that this instrument exists, and it's good to play the violin. It's not something only serious and old-fashioned. I try to show them that there are many ways how to play the instrument.
Yeah, and also the violin. Yeah, I mean, it's not a instrument like a piano where you have to be somewhere to play it. So you can take it with you, and there's movement involved when you play, and so you can create a whole performance on your own.
Yeah, and it was a long process for me too, because many years I was used to play in orchestra. I like the working with people, but it took me a long way to find self-confidence on the stage once I'm standing there alone and
Yes.
I have to improvise, no scores. So if somebody told me like 10 years ago that I will be doing this, that I will be standing on the stage, look to the audience eyes and I will improvise, I will never trust this, that I'm able to do it. So it was a long way to find self-confidence.
Yeah, because it is true. I've heard of singers as well who would say, you know, if you sing in an opera, it's different to singing, say, when you're standing alone on stage with just the piano. So it's much more vulnerable when you're on your own.
Yeah, people are concentrating only on you, on your performance. They also see you. Yeah, they look to your appearance, and you have to give them everything because you immediately see the feedback in their eyes.
Mm-hmm. But Isabelle, for you studying in a conservatoire and studying classical music, it must have been, you must have been sort of daring to break this mold, you know, to go out and do it this way.
Yeah. A few years ago, I still had that feelings when I was performing pop music somewhere. Oh, and what if somebody from my colleagues from conservatory, they will see this? What will they think of me? But now I don't think about that because I know that I do this with the skills with classical music, and if there is opportunity, I still play in a quartet, or at the weddings I play classical music. So I still have this option to switch. Sometimes it's classical music, sometimes it's pop music. I like all the genres and I like challenges. So if there's some opportunity, somebody comes and tell me there is opportunity to play rock music. Are you able to do it? I'm always like, oh, I don't have experience, but I want to. I will do it. I will learn it. So I want to try all the genres if it's possible. I like music at all. I'm not fixed only in one genre.
But that's amazing, because then also those experiences and those challenges that bring something different then also, you know, because you've got the classical background, and that must also then bring something different to when you play rock music.
Yeah.
And now, sorry, I'll carry on.
Yeah, it gives me some kind of overview or high view, or how to say it, that I know that I'm able to play almost everything from the scores, so I will always find a way how to do it on some acceptable level of classical musicians view so that my colleagues will see it and I don't have to be ashamed of it.
Yeah, but I think, you never have to be ashamed of it, because you're sort of doing your thing and doing different things, and I find this really amazing. And you connect also with different audiences then.
Yeah, sometimes. Now I play with my friend with DJ, this huge corporate events. So sometimes we play in castles for high society, and sometimes it's just party in a club for young people. So it's completely different performance, different styles, but I enjoy both of it in a same way. I don't have preferences. Sometimes it's like this, and sometimes it's just like that. I love it. I love connection with people, and I don't mind background if it's just in a long dress, or if it's just in a club casual occasion. I like all the performances.
I spoke to a singer, Daisy Harts, a while ago, and she said that she sometimes do street performing, and she at one stage sang for a lot of homeless people, and that reward of them being so grateful to her, that was so wonderful for her as well. So I think we should always remember that there's no boundaries on who your audience has to be, so I think it's wonderful if you look at it that way, that it doesn't matter, it's you bringing something with your music.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's the reason I switched for some time from classical music, because we do music for people, and if it's not that trendy and they want to enjoy some different kind of music, let's do it, and let's try to be close to them. Let's try it. Let's bring the violin to them. So yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, some of your outfits, you look like an artwork yourself, with the violin and your outfits. So, and you say you love fashion, you love trendy fashion. Was that always the case?
Yeah, it was. I have it from my grandma and my mom, and I'm just continuing. I like it. I watch the trends in music, in fashion, in fine arts, or kind of culture. I like it, and in normal life, I'm very shy and serious and humble person. But if I have violin in my hands, I immediately get self-confidence, and on the stage I'm completely different person with violin than in personal life. I'm introvert.
Really?
I don't like to speak in a public like now with you. I was shaking before.
Oh, really? Oh, no, you're doing great.
Yeah, but with violin, it's different. I'm a different person.
And tell me, was it difficult for you to improvise?
Yes, it was, because for many years, 6 years of conservatory, then 5 years at the university, when you are really fixed onto the scores, and you can play everything from the scores, but there is no space for improvisation. So really, it was difficult after that to switch, to be on the stage, just me and the violin and nobody else to save me. And I always try to practice the songs at home, but only the basic line, the melody. But the rest, what we do with the DJ, is always improvisation. So I had to learn it, but now I feel really confident in it. Now it's no problem. It's sometimes I think that it's really pity that I couldn't do that when I was at school during my studies, because when I had some classical music concerts, the solo concert, I was always scared that my memory will fail me. It never happened, but I was really scared. But now, with the skills I have now, I know that even if it happens, the brain will create immediately something to continue, and I don't have to be afraid of it. But it's really different kind of thinking that than I used to have before. I have to learn it.
Well, yeah, that's I haven't thought of that, but it's true that you play by memory. So if you're stressed or if you have some sort of anxiety on stage, it must then also be, you can have a block that you don't remember what you have to play.
Yeah, but really now I'm not afraid of it. We have a huge playlist with the DJ, like 200 of songs now this year, and I never know what he will put, what we will play.
Really?
I know the song somehow, the basics, and the rest is really improvisation. I'm not afraid of it now. Yeah, took a long way, but
yeah, but that's amazing. So you say different genres. Do you play jazz as well?
A little bit. Jazz maybe is the but it's because I don't have so much experiences with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. With other genres, there is a lot of experience, like classical music and funky, and also rock music, because I was on a tour with rock orchestra. So yeah, and I'm also not afraid about hip hop and rhythm and blues and these days African music genres. So I'm still trying to do something new and different. So these days I'm really into African music and Afro house. And social media gives you opportunity to connect with people around the world. So right now I'm creating some music with a producer from South Africa, and it's amazing because he found me also on Instagram.
Really?
So I'm in connection and we are creating music. So hopefully before Christmas it will be done and it will be on Spotify.
I would love that. I love the fact that that you're going back to your African roots, and that, because that's such rhythmic music and beautiful music, really.
Yeah, and the violin is the instrument which really fits good into it.
Really?
So I want to show it to people that how good it sounds in this kind of music. So hopefully I will succeed.
Yeah, no, definitely. And you have to send me the link, the Spotify link. I would love to listen to it. Yeah. So, but Isabelle, tell me now, what are the dreams for you? What are the wishes for the future?
So now my dreams are to create my own music more and more. I started this year, so I wish for more of these kind of opportunities, like with the DJ from South Africa. I hope there will be more. So I want to continue to do more of my own songs and to continue with this popular genres of music. And who knows? I hope that the trends are still going around. So one day the classical music will be again on the top. So I will get back to it and maybe we will find another way how to do it, how to connect it with popular music. And yeah, I will try to do that.
Yeah, well, I think it's always also a great thing where people who don't necessarily go to classical concerts, when they can hear you bring popular music to them with the violin, you know, if it then also make people more aware of the instrument and then aware of maybe orchestra and more classical concerts.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm a mother of 5-year-old boy, and it also affects my music because since you become mother, you have even deeper emotions for some things and for some kind of songs. So it also helps a lot, and it seems that he will maybe do the music too in the future.
Really?
Already see with my husband that he's really talented, started to play the guitar already. So yeah,
but that's but that's amazing. It's interesting. I also spoke to ballet dancers who become mum, and then also how that changes how you pursue the art, or you know that it sort of brings you to a different level of being an artist, being a mum as well.
Yeah, and also sometimes it's not easy for us women in art because really you think like maybe it can stop your career for sometimes because you have to carry the baby. And I was also afraid, what if I'm not able to perform again? What if people will forget about me? But it didn't happen, luckily. And I would never change the situation. I'm so happy that I'm mother now, and for sure it's important that I have a loving husband who is supporting me. So even sometimes I'm like, let's not go for 2 days somewhere. Let's be at home because, yeah, we are family now. And he will always tell me, no, go. I know that you will be disappointed if you don't go. I support you. I'm your fan. I will take care of everything. Go and enjoy it.
That's
So
amazing.
Important. Yeah, I have this advantage and I appreciate it. So it's necessary to have good family background to be a good musician and to do what you love. Because with us musicians, to live with us, it's not always easy, I think.
Yeah, and I think it also gives you the opportunity to just do something else. You know, you have to focus on your baby or on your child, and then you are a little bit away from your music, and that's also important, I think.
Yeah, it's not easy to find the time. Sometimes I have the idea, I want to record it, but there is no time because I know that I have to take care of my son, that there is something more important to do. But still I can manage it somehow, and it's amazing.
But I think it's always a great privilege for a child to grow up in a musical family, you know, because then they are from a young age exposed to music and to what the industry is like. when they grow up, they know sometimes what it's all about. And this is what I hear also from many musicians. It's the two sides, it's either the parents who had no musical background, who don't know anything about the industry. There's also an advantage to having that, but there's also an advantage of having parents in an artistic industry, so that they understand what the inside is in the industry like that.
Yeah. In my family, I'm the first musician. I had nobody before, even though my family, they support me a lot in childhood, but they don't understand music. They never did that. They didn't have experiences, but they support me. They went to concerts I had and everything. And now with my son, I can see it's different, because he sees me at the videos that I perform, and he plays the guitar like half of year, and he always wants to go and play somewhere for somebody, because
Really?
in his mentality from home, he understood that we do music for the people, that mom, she goes to perform, so I play to perform. I should also go there and play.
Oh, that is so wonderful. That's so sweet. Oh,
so he's pushing me to go to kindergarten to help him with guitar, so that he wants to play for his mates. And
that is... But that's being a performer from a young age, and that's... I think that brings a sort of a comfortable environment for him to start with his friends and then go wider and wider.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watch what is going on when he gets older, because I was really shy in his age, but he's not, so he can go even far maybe than me.
That's amazing. Oh, that's so wonderful. But yeah, it would be for you interesting, because you have also you had a different background, so you now can see what it means. And I think it's so... this is my wish always, that schools can implement more music and art, different forms of art, because like there you see with your son, just with that exposure of having music in the house, how that also builds his confidence.
Yeah, that's true. I will push him to go forward, because I know how my parents, they didn't have any important contacts, but me, it's getting better, so I know how to prepare him then if he wants to go to the musical school, and how to do it in the best way. So it will be maybe easier for him.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's wonderful. But well done with the great work you're doing. I love, absolutely lovely, your image, your everything you're doing. It's so interesting. Your Instagram page is just amazing. And I love that you are so eager to do new things, and that you are going back to your roots and doing African music. And yeah, you're probably going to put a spin on African fashion as well.
Yeah, I should go on that. Let's see how it will be acceptable here in Czech Republic.
Oh yeah, I love the African fashion. Yeah, I love those traditional dresses, and the fabric. It's so colorful. So yeah, it would be great to see you in those.
Okay, I will concentrate on that.
Okay. Isabelle, it was so lovely to talk to you.
The same with me. I enjoyed it with you. Thank you very much for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
It's a great, great pleasure.